Okay. Well, again, thank you all so much for joining today. I encourage you always to have blankets, cushions, supports, you know, a block or a stool, whatever you might need to make your practice a little easier for you. Today, I'm happy to guide you through and give you so many options, but ultimately this is your practice and I want you to do what you need to do to have an awesome flow today, okay? So if you haven't already, I'll encourage you to mute yourself, just so that any sound that may be coming through on your end doesn't come through to everybody else. And let's get started. So I'll encourage you to make your way onto your back. I'm going to stay seated just for this first part, but then I'll join you. To make your way onto your back, and I encourage you to use your supports however you'd like. You're also welcome to just lie flat on your mat, having your palms facing up or down. And to start with, I don't want you to change anything about your breath or your thoughts. I want you to just start to gently guide your attention to the breath. So just notice what's happening organically for you. Maybe noticing if you're breathing more out of the chest than the belly. Noticing if it's shallow or deep. Noticing that the air that comes in through your nostrils is cooler than the air that leaves. Okay, then I'll gradually invite you to begin to lengthen the breath. And I want you to do that little by little. So each breath may be taking in a little more and releasing a little more as well. Just keep expanding until you come to a nice, full, deep breath. And on your exhale, just imagine letting go of anything that isn't serving you right now. There is no better time to focus on the present moment than right now. As we all share space with each other from miles apart. We'll hold space to just be for a while. As you breathe, start to just check in with yourself. Okay, your body, your mind, your heart. Simply asking, how am I today? How am I as I pause kind of in the middle of the day to check in? Share with you my little poem for today. Believe me when I say, beloved, you are beautiful and worth the journey home to yourself. Let us scrub your bones of any false notions of shame. Sit with me and I will remind you of how a spine should shimmer in the light. Do you not tire of believing you are broken? Dear one, there are hearts breaking in the absence of your personal shade of brilliant. Your story is the blueprint someone needs to put their life back together. You are a map for a soul in the wilderness. Yes, someone sits quietly waiting for you to show up as yourself. So you can use those words to maybe guide you as you set an intention for your practice, maybe for the week ahead. Maybe you just have a word or another phrase that is resonating with you right now that you want to use to set your intention for today. Okay, and if you haven't already, I get you to bend your knees and step your feet down onto your mat. Turn your palms up. And then gently allow your head to roll from side to side. Okay, draw the head back to the center. Take your arms, reach them out behind you. And then just inch the arms and the torso towards the right, just for a couple breaths. Okay, take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, draw yourself back to the center, pause here. We're gonna draw the knees in towards the chest. Give them a little squeeze. You can do a little rocking from side to side. And start to make some circles with your knees. Take your time, feel the connection of your low back as you make these circles. And if you haven't already, switch direction. Okay, and as you come back to the center, take one more breath in. And we're gonna set the feet down, take the arms back out behind you, stretch. You can even interlace the fingers, reaching the palms away from you. And then inch the torso towards the left. Again, just for a few breaths. Okay, again, take one breath in. On your exhale, come back to the center. From here, take your palms down by your sides. Draw the shoulder blades together. Feet are rooted beneath the knees, about hips distance apart. And I want you to think the top of your hip bones here. Then when you're ready, you're gonna slowly start to tuck the tailbone under. Drive into the mat with your heels, although the whole foot will stay rooted, and slowly start to lift the hips. Okay, find your edge to start with and then slowly lower back down. Your tailbone is the last thing to uncurl. Pause at the bottom. And then again, keep flowing, start to rise back up. And maybe each time you flow through this, as you pause at the top and the bottom, you'll notice that you can lift maybe just a little higher, or maybe you just allow yourself to gradually lift a little higher each time. And maybe you keep your hips nice and low today, that's all right too. Listening to your body is the perfect way to allow your practice to unfold. We'll go a couple more times here. Find strength in taking your time. If you're holding your breath, keep breathing. Okay, as you lift the next time, We're going to pause at the top. You have the option to inch the shoulder blades together a little further and maybe even interlace the fingers. Okay, keep pressing into the mat with your heels. Okay, take a deep breath. Plant the palms back onto the mat. And again, nice and slow, uncurl. And as the hips rest, walk the feet in to touch. And then we'll cross the right foot over the knee. Stay right here, maybe gently pressing the knee away from you. Option to draw the left thigh in, hands behind the thigh, or maybe to the front of the left shin. Okay, and you can find stillness or rock gently from side to side. From here, set the left foot down. We're going to extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Reach behind the thigh if you can. Straightening the leg as much as you can. If it's available, you might be able to slide the hands up behind the calf. Might be able to grab a hold of the big toe. But wherever you find your hands, allow the leg to gently open up. Okay, maybe just an inch or two to the right, maybe a little further. Keep the left hip rooted here. Draw the leg back up to the center. Hug the knee back in towards your chest. Here we're going to straighten the left leg as much as you can. Come into a gentle twist, pulling the right knee across your body. Okay, you might twist far enough to stretch into the low back, but just be mindful there. Draw the knee back to the center. Couple breaths here. If you can, actively reach the left heel towards the bottom of your mat. Okay, from here, extend the right leg all the way down onto the mat. Take your arms out behind you, stretch out the body. Okay, then when you're ready, set both feet back down onto your mat. We're going to cross the left foot over the right knee this time. You can gently use the left hand to press the knee away and stay right here. Option to draw the right leg in towards your chest, maybe reaching to the front of that shin. And we'll breathe here either in stillness or gentle rocking. In one more breath, then we'll step the right foot down, extend the left foot all the way up, reach for wherever you can on that left leg.
There's nothing sweeter than my baby. I'd never want once from the cherry tree. 'Cause my baby's sweet as
Okay, when you're ready, we're going to allow the leg to open up maybe an inch or two to the left. Maybe you open it up a little more. That right hip square.
I was 3 days on a drunken sin. I woke with the walls around me. Nothing in her.
Okay, slowly draw the leg back up. Pause here.
I didn't care much how long I lived, but I swear I thought I dreamed her.
Draw the knee in towards the chest. We're going to straighten the right leg. Come into that gentle twist. Ease into this. Okay, come back to the center. Take a few breaths here. Again, if you can, kind of reach the right heel towards the bottom of your mat.
I was kissing on my baby, and she put her love down soft and sweet. In the lonely light I was free. Heaven and hell were words to me.
Again, extend the leg down onto the mat. Reach your arms out behind you. One more full body stretch. Okay, then we're gonna step the feet down, roll onto your side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Okay, feel free to sit on some supports or just sit on your bottom and just start to roll the shoulders out in any which way that feels good. One at a time, two at a time, forward, backward, just explore. Okay, then we're going to soften the shoulders down. Start to explore with your head as you allow it to drop and mindfully roll from side to side. And then as we bring the head back to neutral, we're going to do the same thing with the torso. So kind of reach the heart forward. Then we're going to shift the ribs off to the left. Round the back. You can even drop the chin. We'll take the ribs off to the right. Back around to the front. Okay, so you've created a circle. I want you to see if you can make that a little more fluid. As you come around front, this time pause here. We'll walk through going the other direction, so to the right, around the back, the left, back to the front. Again, start to flow. And as you come around back to the front, just come to a neutral spine. Take the arms up. On your exhale, walk the fingertips forward, coming into a gentle forward fold. Okay, now start to sit yourself back up. If You are sitting cross-legged like me. We're just going to switch the cross. Okay. From here, take the fingertips behind the ears. If you have the mobility, you can even interlace the fingers behind your head. You just want to make sure your palms aren't kind of pulling your head forward. Okay, soften the shoulders. And gently engage the core as you kind of lean to the right. Come back to the center. Inhale here, and as you exhale, to the left. Okay, back up to the center. Again, inhale here. This time as you exhale, twist your torso gently to the right. You might notice with your arms up here, you aren't able to twist quite as far, and that's okay. Find your edge. Back to the center and to the left. Okay, come back to the center. We're going to move through that one more time. Lean to the right. Pull yourself gently using your core back up, head to the left. Back up to the center, twist to the right. Back to the center, to the left. Okay, come back to the center. We're going to do that one more time. This time, open the arms up. Okay, so as we lean to the right, plant the right hand, take the left arm up and over. Okay, press yourself up, switch, left hand plants, right hand lifts. Back up, arms to the sides, twist to the right. Back to the center, to the left. And back to the center, plant the fingertips in front of you and find a gentle forward fold. As you sit yourself back up, just take your palms to your knees, roll the shoulders a couple of times and then soften them. Close your eyes and just take a couple breaths. When you're ready, we're going to draw the knees up and together, step the feet beside each other. Wrap yourself up here, taking your palms beneath your thighs, and then glide your feet forward, just rounding into this one. Let your head drop. And explore with flexing the feet or pointing the toes, noticing how that changes the stretch for you. And slowly sit yourself back up. Bend your knees, step your feet down onto your mat. You can take your hands out behind you. Okay, you're welcome to keep your hands planted as you lengthen the spine and lean back. We're going to slowly start to pick up the left foot. And you might just lift it an inch or two off the mat. You might lift it a little higher. Okay, then we'll plant that foot and do the same thing with the right. So maybe an inch or two, maybe a little higher. Okay, then we'll take one more option here. You're keeping your hands planted or taking your fingertips again behind your ears. And as we lift the left foot, we're going to gently twist the same way. Okay, plant, come to the center, right foot lifts, twist towards that leg. Back to the center, we'll do that a couple more times. Start to find a little flow. going back and forth. Each time you come through center, lengthen the spine. And inhale to center, exhale to twist. Okay, come through center. We're going to straighten the right leg. Step the left foot over. Take the right arm, reach it up, and then come into a gentle twist. Back to the center. Keep this foot crossed over as you let your knee drop open. Start to step the right foot down onto your mat. Feel free to stay as you are or come into a tabletop, lifting the hips, opening the chest. And slowly lower the hips. We're going to straighten the right leg. Keep this left foot crossed over. You're going to come right onto the right hip. And you can stay here. Finding a nice side stretch in the right side body. Option to come into the supported side plank. Lifting the hips. Keep breathing. Okay, then we'll lower the hips back down. Make your way onto your bottom. Straighten the left leg here. Bending the right in. We'll step the foot over to start with. Okay, take the left arm, reach it up, and then come to that gentle twist. And back through center. Allow the foot to stay crossed over while your knee drops open, hands come behind you. Step the left foot onto the mat. Soak up a little hip stretch and stay as you are, or lift the hips. Open the chest. Keep breathing. Okay, then lower back down. Straighten that bottom leg. We're going to step that right foot down as we come on to the left hip. And you can stay right here. Pause. Option to lift the hips coming into that supported side plank. Deep breaths. Okay, slowly lower back down. From here, make your way onto your bottom. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and just round forward for a few breaths. Okay, as you uncurl, I'm going to draw the knees up, swing them out behind you, come into a tabletop. Move through a few cat-cow here. Just gently lengthening the spine. Come to a neutral spine when you're ready. We'll keep the hips stacked above the knees. We're just going to walk the hands out in front and soften the chest and the head towards the mat. If this is a lot on your shoulders, just soften the forearms down as well. But if you need to go deeper, you can tense the fingers, lifting up right onto the fingertips. Okay, from here, I'll invite you to take a child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. When you're ready, lift your gaze. We're gonna lift all the way up onto the knees. Take the arms, reach up. Inhale at the top. As you exhale, plant the hands. Curl the toes under. And we're gonna lift the knees just off the mat, okay? Let them hover. And we're gonna lift all the way back, press to a downward dog. It's like a short downward dog though, okay? Just explore here. Chest towards the thighs, pedal the feet out. Okay, then lower the knees. Inhale to reach all the way up. Take your gaze up, draw the palms together. On your next exhale, plant the palms. Hover the knees just off your mat. Breathe. Okay, then again, lift yourself up to a downward dog. We'll do that one more time. Soften the knees, reach the torso all the way up. On your exhale, plant the palms, hover the knees, and lift all the way back, downward dog. From here, walk the hands towards your feet. And you can just walk your hands from side to side. Take a few moments here to just explore in a forward fold. Okay, let your head drop. Okay, slowly uncurl. As you get to the top, reach the arms all the way up. On your exhale, hands to heart center. On your next inhale, we're gonna root into the left foot. We're gonna pick up the right. Okay, maybe your foot hovers just off the mat. Maybe you lift it a little higher. Feel free to take your hands to your thigh, maybe to the front of your knee. Check in with your core. Open the shoulders. Notice how the left foot wobbles. It's strengthening your ankle, your knee. You'll open the knee up to the right as we take the left arm off to the side. Find a spot to focus on and hold your gaze. Draw this knee back towards the center. Okay, as you release, we're going to set the foot down behind. Drop the ball of your foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Grab a hold of the right wrist and draw it towards the left. Started from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me and myself, I got nothing to prove. Okay. Release, step your feet next to each other. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, forward fold all the way back down. Couple breaths here. You and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be living. Slowly start to uncurl, and as you do so, root into the right foot. Begin to take flight with your left. Okay, hands behind the thigh or maybe to the front of the knee. Open the shoulders. Core is strong. What are you focusing on? Find a spot, a place in your home. Start to open the knee up to the side. Take the right arm out.
City lights lit up above, with your arms felt nice right on my shoulder.
You're gonna make your way back to the center. Anytime you fall out, just come right back in. Now, as we release, we'll step the foot behind, drop the ball of your foot, reach up, grab a hold of the left wrist and draw it towards the right.
Working back and let's check out, girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I can promote it. We'll move it to the shelter.
Okay, come through center. Set the left foot next to your right. Take the fingertips behind your back. Long spine here and then forward fold. Let your arms drop. Bend the knees, bringing the chest towards your thighs. As you release the hands to the mat, walk them forward, coming right into a downward dog. Pedal the feet out. Okay, then soften the knees down to the mat. We're going to take the right leg, reach it out, and draw the knee towards the nose. Lift the shin off the floor, and then extend. This time, draw the knee towards the right wrist or elbow, and then reach it back out, square the hips. Draw the knee towards the left elbow and reach it back out. We're going to flow through that one more time. I'm going to give you another option though, and that is to take these same movements in downward dog. Okay, so again, right leg lifts. Knee to nose, pause. Extend it back out. Knee to right elbow. Extend it out. Knee to left elbow. Hold here if you're in your tabletop pause. If you're in downward dog, feel free to extend that leg out. Maybe even lift the left arm. And then we'll plant the left hand, step back, downward dog, and then we'll take a child's pose. Reconnect with your breath before we do the second side of our bodies. One more deep breath here. Reach the arms forward, lift the hips, tabletop. Okay, this time left leg reaches out behind. Draw the knee to the nose, round the back, lift that shin up and extend. Knee towards the left wrist or elbow and extend. Knee towards right elbow, gentle twist and extend. Okay, so feel free to stay here, exploring from the tabletop. Option to come to a downward dog. Left leg extends. Knee to nose to start with. Pause, breathe. Extend. Knee towards left elbow. Reach. Knee towards right elbow. Option, if you're in your down dog, to extend that leg and take the right arm up. Okay, lower the right hand, downward dog. If you're in your tabletop, you can meet us in a downward dog. This time we're going to walk the feet to the hands. Again, We're going to pause in a forward fold, but this time I want you to take your feet a little wider. Explore from side to side. Okay, come to the center. We're going to point the toes out so they're at about a 45-degree angle. Then bend the knees, place the fists on the low back. Vertebrae by vertebrae, uncurl. As you get to the top, roll the shoulders up and down a couple of times. Okay, and then we'll explore with the head, dropping it and rolling slowly from side to side. Okay, come to the center when you're ready. We're going to reach the arms up, keeping the shoulders stacked above the hips. We're going to slowly bend the knees. Okay, the first time we do this, you might stay pretty high. And as you press yourself up, draw the palms to heart center. Okay, again, arms up, sink down. And press yourself back up. And sink down. Adjust your stance if you need to. Press yourself up. This time as you sink, take your hands to your knees. Just slowly shift the weight into the right and left. Okay, come to the center, slowly come up. I want you to pause here, give your legs a little break, shake your hips out a little if you need. This time as we sink down, take the hands to the knees. Gently twist to the right, left shoulder drops. Come through center. I want you to slowly pretend like slowly start to lift up, but don't come all the way up, okay? Still feel a little burn, pause, and then sink back down into it, twist to the left. Come back through center. This time, slowly, slowly come all the way back up. Inhale here to reach the arms up. And then we're going to open them up to the sides. We're going to come into a warrior two. Okay, bend into the right knee. Left foot becomes parallel with the edge of your mat. Draw the right elbow to your knee. And take the left hand to your hip as you just open the side body. Okay, we're going to cartwheel the arms up. Keep a nice bend in that front knee. Come into your reverse warrior. Be gentle on your low back here. Okay, this time as we cartwheel the arms down, feel free to take that left arm and reach it all the way up and over. And then pull yourself back up, arms out to the sides. Pivot the right foot so it becomes parallel. Okay, open chest, start to forward fold. Pause halfway down. And then come all the way. Okay, you've got a nice wide stance here. And just take a few moments to explore.
Take me to your river. I wanna go. Lord, please let me know. Take me to your river. I wanna know.
Okay, reach the arms back out to the sides. Bend the knees, and then with a flat back, slowly uncurl. All the way to the top. Point the left toes this time. Warrior two. Okay, left elbow to knee, right hand to your hip. Open that side body. Cartwheel the arms up, reverse warrior.
Flashback to warm nights, almost left behind.
Okay, elbow to knee. This time, option to take that right arm up and over.
Time after sometimes you picture me.
Okay, pull yourself all the way up. Again, pivot the left foot, arms to the sides, flat back halfway, and then all the way down. Couple breaths here. When you're ready, walk your hands towards the right. Pivot the hips and the chest and step yourself back to a downward dog.
If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time.
From here, we're going to come into a pigeon pose. So I'm going to give a couple options. You can take flight with the left leg. Bring your knee to the left wrist, foot across the mat. Okay, hips are square here. You're welcome to tuck a blanket or a cushion beneath this left hip if you need. Now, if this just is not happening for your body today or ever, come onto your bottom, cross the foot over the knee. You can come right here or onto your back. Okay, same stretch, just a little bit more passive. You're in your pigeon pose. You can keep a nice long tall spine. If it's available to you, you might want a forward fold coming onto your forearms. If your hips are really open and you can lay your chest onto the mat.
The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting.
Start to plant the palms. Curl the back toes under. You're going to pick up the left leg. If you're on your bottom or on your back, I want you to just switch sides. Okay, if you're in your down dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to lift up onto the left fingertips. Okay, then slowly set the left foot back down as well as the left palm. And we'll switch. Right leg lifts. Knee to wrist. Okay, and again, you might want to check in with this side of the body for whatever reason. You may want to make your way onto your bottom. If you're here in your pigeon, feel free to stay tall or round forward, easing into it a little.
We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.
Plant your palms if you haven't already. Curl the back toes under. If you're on your bottom, just uncross your knee and maybe take a little forward fold. If you're in your down dog, lift the leg, open the hip. Maybe lift up onto the right fingertips. From here, I want you to use the rest of this song to finish up the movement part of your practice. Okay, so whatever else your body needs, now is your time to explore with that.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter. Again.
Okay, feel free to take a few more moments to finish up the movement part of your practice today. Okay, and you're welcome to make sure you're nice and warm. I'm going to throw on my warm socks. You're welcome to, if you have any lights on in the room, you're welcome to dim them, turn them right off. But when you're ready, make your way back onto your back. And we'll give ourselves the next few minutes here to relax and just be reminding ourselves that we've done all the moving that we need to do for right now, and that we have the rest of our whole night to get our things done. To focus on that to-do list. But right now we can practice setting the to-do list aside. We focus a little more closely onto the breath and onto the body. Maybe breathing a little deeper as you're here. Believe me when I say, beloved, you are beautiful and worth the journey home to yourself. Let us scrub your bones of any false notions of shame. Sit with me, and I will remind you of how a spine should shimmer in the light. Do not tire of believing you are broken. Dear one, there are hearts breaking in the absence of your personal shade of brilliant. Your story is the blueprint someone needs to put their life back together. You are a map for a soul in the wilderness. Yes, someone sits quietly waiting for you to show up as yourself. And gradually start to take in a little bit more air. Take some nice big exhales. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. In your time, make your way onto your side. You can join me at seated. And as you come to a comfortable seat for you, feel free to keep your hands in your lap. If you'd like, bring them to palm center, but wherever you are, close your eyes. Whatever intention you had for yourself today or for the week, just bring that back to mind. Okay, my friends, if you would like, now is your time to unmute or turn your camera on if your camera is off. But thank you so much. I'm so blessed to share this space with you from afar. And I'm so grateful to each of you for showing up to move with me and show up for you as well. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. If you're coming Wednesday, I will see you then. But until then, take care. Namaste.